I love being dad to my 4 boys, but I didn't always know if I was doing it right. I mean, there's no manual. Each of them was unique, and my relationship with my dad had not been ideal. I wanted to be a good dad. I just sometimes needed advice. I'm Stephen Meeks, the creator of The Man About. A Man About is a rite of passage that gives a dad the words he needs to lead his boy into manhood, to heal wounds, and to bond them together.
How's it going under there? Here's where we are. We just went down here.
The idea for Man About began 27 years ago. I can remember my sudden sense of panic when my first son turned 12, and I thought, he's going to be a teen, and I'm not ready. How do I get him prepared for life? My idea was simple. Take him on an epic fishing trip, talk with him about sexual purity, and that's it. That's where this started. But it's not where it ended. Then my second son, when he turned 12, he wanted to go on his trip. And eventually I took all of my sons on a special trip when they were 13. The full impact on my sons became more evident in the years that followed. They grew into good men known for their character. I could trust them, and they trusted me. We could talk and pray together, and people noticed. One dad asked if I'd lead him and his 2 sons on the trip, so I took them. A single mom asked if I'd take her 14-year-old on a man trip, and I took him, and they experienced exactly what we had. I even led groups of men on retreats and told them how to craft their own Man About. In every case, the boys became men, and the dads found their footings as fathers. Unfortunately, rites of passage have largely been lost in Western culture. I was introduced to them in Kenya, where I watched men take their boys on a rite of passage and lead them into manhood only after a few days in seclusion. These rites of passage were so transformative, and I wanted them for my sons, only I wanted to fill the content with biblical truth. And what came out was the Man About. The talks we had and the commitments they embraced on those trips enabled my boys to navigate their teen years well, and they continued to guide them as husbands and now as fathers. The Man About gave me, as a father, the great satisfaction of knowing that I had gotten something right. But my sons grew up, and except for memories and photographs, the Man About went on the shelf. Until one of my boys turned one day and said, "Dad, you need to write this down so other men can do it with their boys." 10 years later, I had it all on paper. And then I met Marcus Miazzo, a skilled design and branding guy who had a heart for fathers like mine. We formed a nonprofit, and somehow, both working full-time jobs, produced Save the Boys and the Man About's Field Guide, beautiful books that received glowing reviews. But then we realized that men generally don't read manuals. Many men won't even read a couple of pages of instruction. And this is where you come in. We need your help to create a high-quality, professionally produced 8-part video series that helps a man craft and lead his son's Man About. Since we're calling men to the most noble standards of fatherhood and the greatest ideals of manhood, these videos should also be exceptional. They should stir and inspire, run rich in content, be beautiful, epic in presentation, so that men will want to watch them. We hope you'll partner with us. We know you're going to love what we produce, and even more, what it produces. Men are asking for it, the content's ready, and if it's worth doing well. Come join us on this adventure, and together, let's save the boys.